Okay, this is going to show you how to install the 2015 Race Manager software that's going to work with the state finals in 2015. In order to do this, we're going to need to uninstall our current software. Most of you are probably on program version 10 of some sort, 3.10.11, 3.10.18. You can notice that or reference that right where my mouse is right now. That software is not going to work for state finals, so make sure you close that software, and the first step is going to be to uninstall this software. So go to the control panel in your Windows, go to programs, and then find the uninstall a program. Go ahead and sort this by name or sort it by install date so you can find Race Manager in your list of programs. Left click on Race Manager and then click uninstall this program. You'll get that prompt that says, are you sure you want to uninstall? You do. So click yes. Let it do its uninstall. It's going to remove Race Manager from the computer. It's not damaging your database. It's not touching the rider address book or any of your race history. Those are two separate components. Completely separate. One is housed in Microsoft SQL Server, which is part of Microsoft software, and then one is our Race Manager software. So don't be alarmed. You're not making any critical moves right before state finals. At that point, once you're uninstalled, you no longer have Race Manager on the computer, and you will need to go to the Track Operator dashboard. When you get to the Track Operator dashboard, go to the Race Manager menu, go to the 2015 program update. And when you get there, you're going to need two items. And as you can see, the program versions are here. We want to be on this 11.27, 2015 state finals reporting. There's also the balance bike class has been added to the special B option so that you can get a rider racing novice and balance bike at the same time. And of course, we've had some major overhaul on point of sale and invoicing and the transactions and numerous different things. So the registration screen will look very similar, but there'll be a few changes once we get that open. The first thing you're going to need is the Race Manager 3.11.27 update. Just as these directions say, go ahead, download these. You're going to need the master database and this. So when you do that, right click on it and then choose the Save Link As. And when you get there, it's going to prompt you where you'd like to save it. Generally, choose the desktop or choose your downloads folder. Either way, just take note of where you're downloading it so you know where to get it here in a couple seconds. The next thing is going to be to take the master database. Again, same thing. Right click, save that link as, and grab the master database. You will need both of these for this install. And then once you've got them over on your computer, I saved a copy in one of these folders, which is exactly why I say take note of where you're saving it. So once you're in there, you're going to see a zip file. Or wherever you downloaded it to, you'll see that zip file. This will be the name of it, 3.11.27. In future versions, it'll just be a higher number, at least beyond 11.27 or higher for state finals. Choose to extract all, and when you choose that, it's simply going to give you a destination folder that's most likely the same path that you're currently at. So just go ahead and choose to extract. Once you extract those, it's going to open another folder, and in that folder you'll find the setup, the RM setup. The one you want is the setup file. Once you choose that setup.exe, again right click on it, choose to run this as an administrator. This is kind of a safety level for Windows 8 computers, now the Windows 10 computers, but if you're on an older version, it's still just as safe to run it this way so that you assure that it's installing everything it needs to, as there's been some issues on some people's computers with their usernames and complex passwords and things. Even though you are the administrator, make sure you run this as an administrator. When you do, you're going to see the install start. You're going to get the race setup screen. Most of you are very familiar with this. If you've got Race Manager on the computer, you've seen this before. So just go through the steps. Choose next. It's going to say next again. it will go through its install, and at that point, let it do its thing. Once your install is completed, it will ask you to close. You can close. Race Manager is now back on your computer. Go ahead and open Race Manager. And as you open it, you're going to see this prompt that you need to upgrade your database. That's perfect. That's exactly what you want to see. You're going to see your previous program database version was 3.0.10, and now we're moving to the 3.11.27. So it's asking you for a master database. That is that secondary file that we picked up when we downloaded the two files. So you'll go to Browse, again, know where you saved that, and you should find that in there. Now, my computer, you'll see I have those previous master databases. You may have those too, and just make sure you choose the 311.x. When you choose that database, that's the one it's looking for. That's the one you want to save to. Just select it, choose to open it, and you will see when you open it, that prompt then shows that file path back to the 311x.bmx file. That's the master database that you want to load. This will do the conversion process on your previous database. It'll bring in all of your race history, all of your old rider history. It's really going to bring in everything about your old system into this new version. Once it does some verifications, you should get the prompt shortly that basically tells you your database has been upgraded. And again, on some computers, you're going to see this process take quite some time. On other computers, you're going to see it go a little bit faster. The computer I'm currently working on, it's about middle speed, so this is going to be about the average speed for most people doing the upgrade. If it's a little slower, don't be alarmed. Just do not cancel it. Make sure your computer's plugged in. Make sure no other programs are running. That way it can use all of its program resources to make this database conversion, because it is converting all of your old data into the new format so that everything imports correctly and that you don't lose any of your rider history or race history. Now once this completes, we'll give it a go, make sure it's open, and at that point you're ready to install a points database. So keep watching the videos as we move through the process here of getting set up for state finals. The system will look very similar to your previous registration screen or everything else that you've used. There's just some slight differences when you check out a rider or register them for a race. You'll notice some extra prompts, which you don't have to use, but they're nice if you want to start tracking receipts or you do print receipts and things. So at this point, you'll see database update. It's been updated and will now restart. And when your software restarts, you'll notice it's launching as version 3.11. That went away fairly quickly, but down here at the bottom of the screen, you'll see the program version is now 3.11.27, and of course the database version will match whatever your current week rider update is as you're watching this. So those are your first two things to really kind of get Race Manager going. That's a step-by-step on uninstalling the old program, installing the new one, and keep watching as we will then move forward with installing a points database and setting up the race for state finals.